Welcome to the live replay, you guys. Today is October 8th. Let me get set up here for you. We do have a few more journal kits to pack from the last few days, but mostly I think we'll be working on Ivy's journal. Sorry, let me pull up my TikTok here on my iPad. Hey, Shirley. You are a TikTok pro now. You're the first one here, even joining through an invite. Nice work. All right. Hey, Michelle. I do have a very small number of kits left to pack. So if any of you are one of those very few people yet waiting for a kit, let me know. But if not, I think we're going to be working on Ivy's journal some too. Okay, yeah, Kelly, Nicole D, Nicole N, and I think that's it. I think those are the only three. Oh, Nicole. Okay, let's start yours right away. Let's do it. Nicole, I'm so sorry. Can you remind me? Nicole N? I know I asked you this yesterday. Not just once, but twice. I am sorry about this. Glacier, right? Yes. Oh, gosh. Oh, Nicole. You know what? You and Nicole N both ordered... Did you order 2 kits, or was that my other Nicole D? Anyways... I have multiple Nicoles who ordered multiple kits in separate orders and are having them packed together. And I'm sorry that I'm struggling so much. I try to keep your guys' names straight, especially those who are here often. And this is not one of my best looks for that. So sorry about that, Nicole. Let me pull your order up here. Aw, thanks, Pretty Fools. Okay, yeah, you ordered 2 kits. Oh, this one has folded pages. So this will be a B grade journal. Let me set that aside and get you some different ones. Okay. Sisana Mommy can't hear. Does someone want to put in the comments? Pre-orders will end at the end of October. I don't really have commenting ability at the moment. Okay, yeah, Nicole, you ordered 2 kits and so did the other one. And she messaged me asking about putting them both together, and you messaged me, and I just am having just the worst time keeping you guys separate in my mind. So I'm sorry about that. All right. We've got a petal pink journal. And you chose charm, name, and cover, but didn't specify what you had in mind. So let me know, starting with your charms, what are you looking for? Actually, that's not true. You specified on Instagram. I just need to pull that up. I'm looking at my orders page on Shopify. But you left everything in Instagram. Let me pull that for you. Okay. My Instagram inbox is fuller than ever with the launch. Where's yours? I should have pinned it or something because I knew I would need to come back to it. Let me just search your name here. There we go. Sorry, that took me a million years to find. Okay, but I did find it. Yes, pink pom-pom, white cross. Let me show you my pinks. You can pull those out or vote for the one that you like. Let me know 1, 2, or 3, and I'll put out the cross so that you can see how they look. Aw, thank you, Amber. Thank you guys all so much for the orders yesterday. No worries, Nicole. Now I've got it pulled up on Instagram on my iPad. It just took me a sec to dig through my Instagram DMs and find your message. Because my DMs have been buzzing with the pre-order stuff. So I've got a lot to wade through, but I think I've been keeping on top of most of my replies. If you haven't heard from me yet, just bear with me because I'll get to yours. Hey, Gail. All right, and Nicole, so you were here yesterday. So I know you wanted Kathleen pink color changing calligraphy sideways. And the flower doodle you mentioned for the cover, would you like flowers on the name page as well? And if so, what type? Like yesterday we did some like, I feel silly calling them realistic flowers because they're not realistic, but they're more realistic than lots of my doodles. So yeah, if you do want flowers on the name page, let me know what types, what colors, if you want to stick with like all pink or bring in some other colors. Okay, Sherry, I was just thinking, when does Sherry get home? Because I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. How are you? How was your trip? Oh, thanks, Shirley. So good. Yay. Any pastel colors work. Okay, cool. Sounds good. And then, well, actually, maybe I shouldn't ask you this yet because I want to ask it when I'm actually ready to write it down. So we're going to do Kathleen in color changing pinks. So let me pull out my favorite pinks. 1, 2. I really need more pink because I do have that one zebra mild liner, but it is really on its last leg, but I'll try to use it for this because otherwise I only have 2 pinks to change between. Where did I even put it? Oh, there it is. Yes, it is afternoon. What time is it for you now, Shirley? Must be almost bedtime over there. All right, here, let me make sure I have your spelling of Kathleen here. Yes, pink color changing calligraphy. Actually, I should use this one last so that I use it the least number of times. 9:04. Okay, that's not too bad. Not keeping you up too much past your bedtime. Oh, nice, Stephanie. When's your birthday? Kathleen. I need to double up this pink now that I tripled up the light pink. Not till December, yeah. Nice to give a heads up. Oh, Kimber, yes, sorry, I didn't see your question. Most of these are Tombos. I do use a variety, but mostly Tombos at the moment. All right, and then we're doing some flowers. Oh yes, of course, you did say pastel flowery doodles. It just was one message below where I was reading. Do you mean like these journal kits that we've been packing the last few days? Oh, the shadow one is N89. N95 is equally light, it's just more cool toned, and I usually use my warm toned one. But they're both great options for drop shadows. Did you, Shirley? Before I had my first? Aw. That was just feels like a different lifetime. Doing bullet journaling stuff when I actually had time. I didn't realize you'd been following that long, Shirley. hey Stevie and Austin. I was thinking of bringing in some yellow, but actually now that I look at it, I think I like it just the way it is. Yeah, the doodly flowers are fun. And then we're gonna add some white gel pen, which just levels up the look a lot. I'll take a sip of tea here first. Oh, that's a good question, Austin. I haven't even checked, to be honest. Shopify, I'm sorry, I keep complaining about my beef with Shopify. With Etsy, when someone places an order, you can see everything, like just in the little snapshot, like, you know, even just the pop-up notification on my phone, I can see exactly what they ordered, what colors, whatever. And with Shopify, it just says order number, whatever, and then the price. It tells me nothing about what they ordered. So I haven't been like tracking who's been ordering what. But if I would go check my inventory, that would tell me. I feel like if the journal kits are any indication, I would guess that espresso is leading the way because there are so many more espresso journal kits than any other color. But I don't know, maybe that was just for kits. Amber ordered petal. Nice. And now, Nicole, the last question that I had for you was on the cover design, you said some sort of little flower doodle. And by that, do you mean just a flower doodle, like in the middle here, or do you want like a name or a word along with a flower doodle? I need to make sure that I pack this together with your other order. So Nicole D. K with the flower. Okay, similar to the name page. Sounds good. K, flower, like the name page. Sounds great. Isn't that fun? Aw, thank you, Cats Crafts Books and Things. Appreciate that. Now, Nicole, I want to mail these together for you. Does it matter to you if both kits are just kind of mixed in the same box, or do you want me to like get a bubble mailer just to keep the kits separate from each other? Because I want to try to track down your other box so that I can just put them together right away instead of having to add them together after the fact. Where's a box for Nicole? They can be mixed? Okay, let me track down your other box. Literally, like every inch of my floor has a box on it right now. Let's see here. Does this look familiar? Oh yes, the sun. See Instagram? Okay, yes. Good. I just want to like triple check because I've clearly been having trouble keeping tabs on all of my Nicoles. All right, let me just, is that white gel pen dry enough to close? Yes. Let me close that up and stick it in the kit so that I can put everything together for you. Okay, let's grab your items. So another 10 item journal kit for Nicole. Actually, I should just move this off of my desk, otherwise I won't have any room for the kit. 10 item kit. Number 1 will be dot stickers. And I think after Nicole, there's only 2 other outstanding kit orders that haven't been packed yet. So if one of those is you, speak up so that we can pack it. And if not, then we will actually get back into Ivy's journal for the first time since last week. And some dot stickers. There we go. Washi tape ×2. Oh yeah, Shirley. Do you have girls and boys or just girls? Let's get some. There's another, maybe a thicker one. Let's do it with that. There we go. Stephanie, just for in your journal, for like a journal theme, wherever you want to use them. Number 3, white gel pen. Oh, there we go. Number 4, some glue tape. I gotta dig out another one of those. I think I buried them yesterday, trying to get at other things. Oldest boy, okay. Middle girl with 1, youngest with 2. Aw, 1 boy, 2 girls, nice. That's item number 4. I use the Languo white gel pens. They've been working great for me. Oh, the dot stickers. Yes, Stephanie, the dot stickers. You should look at Ivana Journals. I feel like she uses just like little accent stickers like that really well. There are other accounts that I see do that too, but I can't remember any of their names. But anyways, they're great as for like accenting a spread. But they're also good for like if you want to put like the days of the week or something, you know, write down the days of the week and then just put the date in there or something. Last few bow stickers. All right, that was item number 5. Aw, that's such a cute idea, Mama Alice. How old is Tessa? Tombo Fudenosuke. And thanks for the gifts, Brookley. This is a staple. That was number 6. Here's number 7. Just turned 3. Aw, so precious. She's so similar to my son then. Brush markers. Let me grab that for you. So yes, we've got 12 random color dual tip brush pens. One end is brush tip, one end is fine liner. I'll put some of your other goodies in the pouch too. This is number 8. Washi tape times 3. Whoop. Let's do a different theme this time. Do some cute greens and pineapples. All right, so that was 8. Let's do number 9. Oh, thank you for your order. And here's number, wait, no, that was number 9. I was just gonna say here's number 10 because I just said 9, but. Did I already give you washi stickers in your other order? I don't remember. But to go along with the name page, I'll give you a pink set. And then last one here, number 10. Some patterned paper. That is such a cute idea. I need to be better at journaling about my kids. I journal for everything in my life. Like, I mean, mostly for work and setting my own journal up for work. And so I feel like I never feel like journaling when it's like, oh, my kids are hitting these milestones. Journaling is not the first thing that comes to mind. There we go. That was a little stack, not just one. A few matching ones from that set. Alrighty. Thank you so much for your orders, Nicole. And as I was saying earlier, I think there's just like 2 more journal kits left to pack. So if you are one of those people, please feel free to let me know that you're here so that we can pack it now while you are with us. And if not, we're going to be moving back into Ivy's journal. It's been a minute since we actually worked on that one, so I'm going to pull that open unless there's someone here waiting for a kit. Thanks, you guys. Oh, hey, Alex. Yes, totally, Shirley. Totally. Like, yeah, I journal during their entire nap and when they're down for bed working on other people's journals. And then day to day, I use my own journals. So then I never really, you know, feel like I have journaling power left when I want to write things down about my kids. So I don't have a fancy, like, baby book or memory journal for them yet. I have a baby book, but it's just like quickly jotted down. Oh, you got a tooth today, kind of thing. All right, let me show you guys where we're at in Ivy's journal. And aw, that's so sweet, Nicole. Well, thank you for choosing me as your Christmas supplier. And I hope your friends and family enjoy the journals too. I'll show you guys where we're at in Ivy's journal. And we'll pick up with November, but I will keep saying it throughout the live. If you're here, you ordered a kit and it still hasn't been packed, just tell me that you're here, because I always try to pack orders while people are actually present for them, but I never like to let my orders sit in my office past Friday. So if people haven't made it here before my Thursday evening live, that's my last one of the week. On Friday, I'm going to pack it up regardless so that you don't have to, you know, wait an extra week until my next drop off. And next week we're actually away all week visiting my husband's family, so I won't be bringing my whole, you know, journal inventory along to continue packing people's stuff. All right. Oh, cool, Shirley. So, Ivy's journal. It's been a little while here. We are working on a 12-month custom bullet journal for Ivy to use in 2026. Ivy has joined us a few times, but it's been a little while. She just recently had a baby, so she's been resting and recovering from that. But let's flip through her journal so I can show you guys where we're at right now. Hey, Carson. This is January, little pastel sort of space and galaxy theme. February, we did this Valentine's desserts theme. March is our lemons Dutch door theme. April, we took 2 of her son's birthday cakes and combined them to make this little Teddy and Dino birthday theme. May, the prompt was ducks and rain. So that's what we did here. And then June, the prompt was Hawaii. So we've got the Hawaiian Islands doodled here with some Hawaiian doodles. And then some different Hawaiian doodles down on the weekly spreads. July was a mermaid theme. And we pulled out the metallics for this one. I almost never use my metallic markers, but I feel like they were a perfect fit with this theme. August was her birthday month, so we did this little birthday card design that we saw on Pinterest and turned it into a journal theme. Nice, Shirley. Yes, I need to catalog my markers sometime. These are the weekly spreads. And then September, the prompt was baby girl. And I realize I haven't yet said, so every customer chooses the types of pages they want, the themes, whatever. So for Ivy, she wanted a 1-page brain dump every month, then a title page, of course. A 2-page calendar with a little check-in spot beside where she can just write down how she's doing, feeling, what she's reflecting on that month. A 2-page memory spread where she can paste in pictures and like junk journal elements from the month and just journal about the month. And then every week she has spaces for each of the 7 days, along with a notes box and a little mini calendar so that she's got the current week highlighted there. So that's September, baby girl theme. October, we did this little ghost theme. And then we're working on November right now. We have not gotten very far in it. This is all that we've done. And I feel like we actually took a vote on which calendar type we were gonna do, but then we got caught up. Sorry guys, I'm trying to start a poll here, but I'm not very good at talking and starting a poll at the same time. Where did my moderator settings go? So yes, we are gonna choose how to do the calendar here. Let me set up the vote and then talk so that I can get my words out properly. Okay, so basically we need a 2-page calendar spread for this theme. This is the color palette, this is the theme that's locked in. We just need to choose how we want to display the calendar, and I've got 2 options. So option 1 is this sort of light colored full outline. We've got the rounded corners and then little colored dots for the dates, versus option 2, no full outline, just a black line across the top and then a stripe of color for the dates. So this is option 1 and this is option 2. Did I, Lisa? Let me go check that. Option 1 and option 2, but of course pairing with this theme, this color palette, instead of those ones. I go back to October cover where the flowers are all around it. October, oh, is this what you mean by flowers around? Hey, Alicia. What was I gonna check? Oh yeah, a Wednesday. An outline for Wednesday? Did I now? I'm not seeing. I'm not sure I understood what you mean, Lisa, because I'm not quite seeing it, but okay, option 1, same as September's monthly calendar style. So I'll pull a brown and then, oh, no worries, Lisa. Probably just the shininess of the metallics. Oh yes, thank you, Alicia. I just need to follow you. Thank you. Okay. Okay, let me see here. The September monthly spread. Which page do you mean exactly, Nicole? The calendar, I guess it would just be calendar or the weekly spreads. The other ones aren't really like spaced out at all. Okay. Let me pull a color here. We'll do brown for the outline, the brown that I used for like the door and stuff. And then maybe a red and green and light brown for the dates. Okay, for the calendar. Yes, I can pull that up. Okay, yeah, so the spacing for my calendars, actually, I'm about to do it exactly the same. So I'll just show you how I do it. We're doing the same style and everything. The spacing will be the same. Obviously, the dates on the top versus bottom are a little bit different, but that's the only thing. So for my calendar boxes, I always have them 5 dot grid spaces across by 6 dot grid spaces down. But this is how I set it up. I always turn them sideways like this. And so I'm looking at November 2026 here. And I always just like to check the month before to make sure, yeah, so October ended on a full line. I always just like to confirm to make sure I'm looking at the right year and everything. So I turn my page to the side and then I count down 8 dots from the top. So right here. And then I count along each day is 5 dots. Because this one has a full row, I know that a full row brings me just 1 dot away from the edge of the page, so I don't need to do the counting. But normally I would just go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just kind of slowly count my way along. I always have 5 days of the week across here, and then the other 2 here, which leaves me a nice big margin. You could do 4 and 3 and have a little bit more balanced margins, but this way people can still have like functional space in the margin there, which is what Ivy uses for her check-ins. So, oh yeah, and then I'm going down 6 and then just drawing a straight line. Go down 6, draw a straight line. And then once I've got my 4 full weeks, let me check my calendar. Okay, November only has 2 days on the bottom row. So I know that it's gonna come to here and I want each day to be 5 dots. So 5, 10, okay, there we go. And then I'll just close these lines off with the vertical lines. And again, each day the box is 5 dot grids across. So I just scoot over 5 and then draw another straight line. And then, yeah, 2 days over here. So yeah, that's how I space my calendars. I'm gonna go ahead and put in the little circles for the dates. Hello. How are you? Hey, Navy. Thank you. Are you new? I feel like I haven't seen your name in the chat before. Oh, cool. Oh, you're new too. Welcome here, you guys. Thanks for finding us. I love the name Navy. I feel like I say this multiple times a week, but it is on my baby girl name list. It's a long list, so the chances of me actually using it are slim, but it's on there. Does anyone else have just like a mile-long baby name list on their phone? I started mine when I was probably like 14, like nowhere near having kids. This calendar looks too Christmassy. We need to compensate for that with the doodles around it being not Christmassy. Open it at least once a week. Nice. Yeah, it's so fun to like add names to the list, but then so hard to actually lock in the name that you want to use for your kid. At least that's what I found. Like, we've named 2 kids so far, and both of them, like, just for months, we would go back and forth about names, and then we didn't actually lock in a name until they were here. And with my second, we had ruled out his name for whatever reasons that pertain to my husband, not to me. I loved his name the whole time. And then at the hospital, we were just struggling so hard. We spent our entire hospital stay just trying to think of a name for him. And finally we were like, let's just do it. Let's bring it back. So got to use it in the end. Oh, really, Stephanie? Okay, yeah, I feel like my top 1 boy name and my top 1 girl name had just been locked in my brain forever. Still haven't had the girl, but my top 1 boy name we did use for my first. But then everything else, I have just like 50 runners up that are all tied for like, I love these names, but none of them is like the name. You know what I mean? Yeah, Gil. It's so hard to actually lock one in. All right, what have we done so far here? I am feeling like maybe doing some color changing calligraphy in the fall colors to kind of override the Christmas vibes going on over here. Because I feel like we want more than just stamps. We need to bring in a different font anyways, and I kind of feel like color changing calligraphy would be good with the variety of colors that we have. I don't share their names, sorry Navy. But okay, yes, Paula, I am doing a journal. This is a 12-month custom journal for Ivy. She's my current customer. Born on Christmas Day. Okay, I think I'm just gonna jump in with the color changing calligraphy because it just seems like it would fit, and yeah, make this page look less Christmassy, which is kind of my main goal at the moment. So let's do that with some of our non-Christmassy colors. You had 2 girls, but no girl names. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, the nicknames thing is so valid, Jess. That's kind of how I feel about my second born. Like, I love his name, but we still haven't found a nickname that I think is gonna stick. Whereas my firstborn, his name is so easy to turn into nicknames, and I love that. I'm going to darken up this whole letter a little bit, and then I'll double darken up the bottom half. All right, and then what should we do? Oh yeah, you're right. Thanks, Ainsley. Ooh, that's another great name. I have a friend though who has a girl named Ainsley. Okay, and then over here, oh, thank you, Kat. What should we do on the side over here? I should have had you guys brainstorming for me while I was doing the letters. I'll go do the white gel pen while you guys brainstorm a little bit about what we should put on the side. So obviously we need the check-in box. That's got to show up somehow. But what kind, we'll probably use stamps for it because that's kind of our other key font this month. But what do we think about doodles for that area? So far we've brought in mushrooms, pumpkins, falling leaves, these sorts of leaves, and then obviously the cottage, but I don't really feel like drawing that again in the corner. I feel like, I don't know. I don't know about turning the check-in box into something. I feel like that doesn't fit as well with this theme. Oh yeah, what if I did like a paper, like, you know, make it look like lined paper or something? And then maybe just do like a mushroom on the bottom. I think I'm gonna just start drawing some mushrooms. That's more the advice I'm looking for, Shirley. Just kidding. There's only one right answer to this question, and it's the one that I secretly have in my head. I'm gonna outline that. Don't you worry. And then I think I might just add, yes, Iris. I did receive that information very shortly after I posted it. So it's down now, but I realized my computer restarted while downloading the other one. So I saw the download on my desktop and I was like, oh, perfect, it's done. But it was just the one from the other day that I hadn't deleted yet. So whoops. But yeah, I took it down and I have the other one uploading to YouTube now. So I'll just share that later in the day than I normally would. All right. And then for the actual box, what am I gonna do? I was thinking like maybe a note paper. I know if you've seen the most recent custom bullet journal that we did together, yes, this is familiar. I just feel like the leaves paired so well with the like stationery elements that we used in the last one. So I'm just cheating. I'm going to do the same thing again. Just to make it easy on myself. And let me add some sparkles. Thanks, you guys. Oh, thank you, Em. You bullet journal too? Oh, navy. I definitely do mess up, but not as much as I used to. And honestly, these days when I mess up, it's mostly just because I get too chatty while I'm trying to doodle at the same time. And then I do dumb things like write the wrong dates or set up the wrong spread, which I'm working on. All right, let's add the line here, and then we need a little bit of black outlining, some white. Oh, that is not the gray I thought I was reaching for. Whoops. Well, guess we just commit to that and get over it. Oh, cool, Sorrels. That's actually what I used for my main planner for the past like 3 years. And now I'm back into a physical bullet journal for the first time in a while. Okay, I'm thinking about not adding an outline, but I just feel like the mushroom is always the piece that kind of needs it. You know, like the leaves don't need an outline, but if I start outlining one thing, I feel like I need to outline everything. So maybe I'll just try not. I'll add my white gel pen doodles and see if I can get away with not outlining on this page. No outlining? Okay, I might just not. That is my kind of typical preference and style. But we did end up outlining on the cover page. That's why I kind of thought I'd be locked into outlining for the whole thing. But I feel like bigger doodles like this don't demand it as much as like the small mushrooms that we did on the title page. Colleen, for my, this is really the only gel pen that I use, and it's a Languo white gel pen. The one line under the first leaf. I don't even know which one you're talking about. All right, quick sip of tea. And then I'll stamp check-in onto here. The white gel pen is a Languo. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that even remotely right. Penny, I did see your order. Thank you. That's an affiliate product that I have in my store. So using my code gets you a discount and it gives me a commission. And Paperwrld is really good with their commission. So thank you. And I hope you like them. Do you, Shirley? Aw. That's so sweet. All right. These stamps, Navy, are from Paperwrld. I do have it linked in my bio, this alphabet set. I'm sure you can find them other places, but that's where I got them years ago. And they have served me very well. All right, let's move on to the memories spread. Aw, thank you, Caitlin. Sorry, I was combining your first name and last name. Are you new to the live? I feel like I haven't seen your name before. Twin mom. Whenever I see that, I just instantly feel like just a deep level of respect as a non-twin mom who is found adjusting to just one kid incredibly difficult. So good job. Okay, what was I just thinking? Oh yeah, memories spread. Let's look at some options here for how we can lay out the memories page. So for a refresher, this is the theme that we're working with here. Fall theme. And we have to do a memories page over here, which most of the page is going to be open. It's basically just a heading and some doodles. So we could do something like this, do our title in the middle. Aw, thank you, Rosie. Thanks for joining. Well, Navy, I can do a flip through. I may as well do a flip through and then we'll pause on the memory pages and think about which ones would work well with our little fall theme. I'll consider it, Ainsley. Animals are definitely not my forte, but I agree it would be cute, just probably cuter in your head than in my execution of it. Okay, so here's one option for memories, just kind of keeping everything in the middle. And yeah, this is January. This little pastel space theme. February we did Valentine's desserts. We could do this kind of thing too with like a couple mushrooms sticking out, maybe like a pumpkin, some leaves. That's another option. March we did a lemon theme with a Dutch door for the title page. And this is what we did for the memories spread. And we could do a similar thing here too with our color changing calligraphy on one side and then just like leaves falling down the other side of the page. I'm just trying to keep my fingers in all of the memory spreads so that we can do a poll for what style we want. April was based off of some of her son's birthday cakes. Thanks, Navy. The February one for November. Yes, we are, Dana. Yes, we're back in Ivy's journal. I still have 2 journal kits that need to be packed, but I don't think either of those people are here today, so we're just cruising on in Ivy's journal. And then I will need to just pack them up regardless tomorrow so that I can mail them out before we leave for Thanksgiving. But May, we did this little duckies and... wait, what was the memories page like? We could do this too. Oh, so many options. Got to keep my finger in there now. And then I think at this point we start mostly just reusing these memory layouts, but slightly different. So this is similar layout to the January one. June, the prompt that Ivy gave was Hawaii, so that's what we've got here. And this was very similar to the March one. As far as layout for the memories page goes. July, the prompt was mermaid, so that's our theme here. And then, oh, I really like, that was similar to the February one, which is already kind of a contender. Yeah, so we'll just keep my finger in February there. August, we did this little birthday theme. Oh yeah, and here we put memories in the center of the page again, like January. These are the weeklies. September, we did baby girl theme. So yeah, every month each customer chooses different pages. So Ivy chose a brain dump, and then obviously there's a title page. Her next page is a 2-page calendar with a check-in box. And then a 2-page memory spread, which is what we're working on now. And this one, I guess, we wouldn't do this type for fall, I don't think, or for our November fall theme. And then the weekly pages all have each day of the week, a mini calendar with the current week highlighted, notes, and then a title and doodle. And then October, we did this little cute ghosts theme for Halloween. I know, Alex, that's what it was loosely based on, was our cookie letters from Summer's bullet journal. And then now we're in November. So we need to choose how we want to lay out the memories page. I'm going to start a poll here for 2 minutes, 4 options, and we'll talk through all 4 options. So wait until you hear them all to actually place your vote, or at least that's what I would do. The poll is right underneath my name, that little blue... what's it called? Clipboard that shows up. So option 1, reminder, we're working with a fall theme for November. Option 1 would be to do our color changing November calligraphy in the middle, and then just surround it with little leaves, little mushrooms taken directly from the title page. I feel like this would fit perfectly fine. That's option 1 in the poll. Option 2 is something like this. We would do maybe color changing calligraphy across the center. And no matter what it looks like, we would have the title on the top and then like random fall doodles, like a pumpkin here, some mushrooms, some leaves, whatever, and then some kind of border curling around the edges as well. That's option number 2 in the poll. Option number 3 would be to have memories in color changing calligraphy, different colors, but still same style, and then have just like falling leaves go down the side like that. That's option 3 in the poll. And then option 4 would be to have memories in big juicy calligraphy along the bottom with like a mushroom and a couple leaves, everything kind of on the bottom. That's option 4. So those are your 4 options. Let me show you them one more time. Number 1, keep it all in the center. Number 2, title at the top, doodles around. Number 3, title off to the side, doodles on the opposite side. And number 4, title on the bottom with doodles on the bottom. And this is the theme that we're using. So whichever layout you choose, we're going to be applying this theme to it. Natalie, I feel like everyone says that. I don't know if that's like every person's live on TikTok does that or if that's just me, but it seems like a lot of people have that problem with just not being notified. All right, let's let the poll wrap up. Okay, Alex, if we need a tiebreaker, we'll turn to you. Yeah, moderators can't vote, which just seems kind of funny, but okay, option 3 does not need your help. Alex, let's see, what was option 3 even? That would have been March, right? Am I right? Right, because January, February, okay. Option 3 it is. I'm going to bring in the green to replace this gray. I feel like that would fit better. I just wanted to kind of overcompensate for the Christmas color palette going on the calendar. So let's do that. And then fall leaves. Honestly, this is great. I get to do lots of lettering. I get to do lots of leaves, which are like the easiest fall doodles. I'm happy. Am I on the right page? I just want to make sure I didn't skip one. Here we go. Oh, Gina, honestly, that sounds like me. Surprised I didn't, now that you mention it. Brittany, so this one is a custom journal order for Ivy. So this is not my own journal. It's a full 12-month journal that Ivy ordered for 2026. Since we seem to have new faces, I'll tell you guys a little bit about kind of what I do and what the options are. So these custom bullet journals, I do one of these roughly every 1 month or 6 weeks. Every single stroke we do together here on TikTok Live. We come up with the different layouts together, color combinations, fonts, all of that. But these ones are not readily available because I only open one at a time. These journals here, well, first of all, I sell empty journals that are just like this, and you can order a few different levels of customization for that kind of thing as well. You can like personalize your charms. These are Stevie's charms. She's here in the chat right now. You can personalize your cover design, which I haven't done yet on this batch, but it looks something like this, but you can add doodles as well. Ivy just didn't want any. And then you can also do like a custom name page. So Stevie chose this little moth. But yeah, so those are the empty journals, and then you make the spreads yourself like I'm doing right here. I also do have pre-made journals. So these ones are completely hand-drawn. Let me give you a little sneak peek for those of you who are new. So yes, since the custom journals are, you know, I only make one at a time and it takes me a month to a month and a half, this is kind of the next best option if you want something done for you. So all of the pages are completely drawn by hand. There's 224 pages and it spans a full year. So there are a few blank pages at the start in case you want to add extra spreads. And then every month we chose the themes together on TikTok Live. They all have a blank page here, a title page, a 2-page calendar like this, and then a little space for notes or whatever you need, some trackers, a memories page, and then the weekly spreads. And it spans a whole year. These right now are available for pre-order. They won't actually start being shipped out until early November. February, we chose a bows theme. Let me show you March because I started coloring it in for a reel that I was filming. March, we voted on a plants theme. So lots of the months you'll see this light gray calligraphy for you to trace for yourself. So I demoed that in the little reel that I was filming, and then you can color it in, use it as like a coloring book / planner / bullet journal. I feel like it combines a lot of fun elements. And then again, here's the weekly spreads. Did you decide on the names? Oh, Iris, I'm thinking of just like glue taping in your name page because I wanted to keep offering name pages. You guys really seem to like them. But yeah, I was just a little bit surprised that there was no blank page at the beginning, but I feel like I'll just dedicate one of the B grade journals to being like a chop journal, and I'll just cut pages out to paste your name pages in. Oh yeah, April, a tulips theme won the vote. So that's what we've got here. May, we've got a pond theme. Yes, Emma, the customer gets to choose all of their spreads. So if you want to choose book spreads, you absolutely can. That's May. June is a seashell theme. July, Jello Mellow. I live stream every day, Monday to Thursday. So 4 days a week. Yes, Navy, sorry. The customs, it just kind of depends on how many months you get, all this kind of stuff. These ones I drew by hand on my iPad and had them printed into journals for you guys. And then these ones I do completely by hand, just marker on paper. Yeah. Oh, thank you guys. Yes, Emma, I have like a form that people can fill out with, you can like choose your spreads, or you can just say different ones that aren't on the form. Oh yeah, August is one of my favorites. Meant to linger there for a sec. Some stacked calligraphy for you to trace over. Aw, thank you, Jello Mellow. September I started coloring too. This is our little sardines theme. These are the weeklies. Okay, let me show you the last few themes. October, love this one. It's like you're setting up your own journal at a cafe. And then November is a knitting theme. So let me show you. My favorite pages in November are the weekly spreads with some like each day is like stitched on. And then December, we did these little gingerbread cookies and baking doodles. And these are the cookie letters that we did for the first time in Summer's bullet journal, and we loved them. So I brought them into this bullet journal as well. So yeah, those are the pre-made journals. These are available for pre-order right now. The pre-order price is discounted compared to what the normal price will settle at. And you can also choose all 3 layers of customization if you pre-order, and that may be the case when people, like when the regular orders open, but I'm not totally sure. As I've said before, I am a one-man show here. I don't have any help either with this or with my kids. So it's kind of just whatever I can accomplish during nap time limits how much I can offer to you guys. So for pre-orders, I plan to keep all of the personalization options open, but I may have to close those at a later date if it gets to be too much. Okay, sounds good, Stevie. Memories. All right, let's do some leaves falling down this page here. puzzle piece. Thank you for reminding me. It is not there today. I feel like it often tries to trick me by not showing up for a couple days. So I successfully caught it yesterday. So my suspicion is that they're gonna let me off the hook today, but we'll see. I should really keep checking. Yes, Lisa, December, the prompt is Christmas, but as far as I know from Ivy, we have total freedom on how we want to interpret that. So I feel like there's just so many different directions you can go. Like Summer's, the prompt was Christmas, and we chose that gingerbread theme. Patty's, the prompt was Christmas, and we did like lots of scrapbooking elements and gift boxes, Christmas lights, that kind of stuff. So we've still got a lot of wiggle room to choose how we want that theme to look. All right, let's add the white gel pen to this page, and then we'll be on to the weekly spreads. After a quick sip of tea. I gotta be sipping this faster. My ice is melting and watering it down. Okay. Hope. It's hard for me to give a number like that. I used to do this as like my full-time gig during COVID when I didn't have any kids or anything. And then I would do 1 or 2 a week. So I think I pumped out like 80 a year back in those days. These days is a completely different story. I haven't done this since 2022 and I just started back up in March. And since then, I think I've done 6. And this will likely be my last or second last one of the year. Again, depending how much I can take on board in the midst of launching the pre-made journals. So it really, for me these days, it's more unpredictable. I move at a pace of roughly 1 a month, but when there's other projects taking more of my time, then I have to limit that to even less than, 12 a year. But that's really like why the pre-made journals exist, just because I am so limited with how many custom ones I can take. And also the pricing is able to be much more affordable than, if you're paying for all the time I put in over a month or a month and a half. All right, there's our memories page. I want to give this page a sec to dry. Oh yes, so I may as well answer Courtney's question while we let the white gel pen dry. We are working on a 12-month custom journal order for my customer Ivy. So it spans all of 2026. We're currently on November. We got to do the weekly spreads, then we have to do December. And then I didn't do the yearly spreads at the beginning of the journal. I always leave those for the end, but I can do a quick version of a flip through to show you guys where we're at. I know we just did one, so I'm not going to linger long. just kind of an overview of the journal. Yes, Felicia, the blank journals, if you order just a blank journal, I can pack it up for you right now. I can do your name page, your charms, and get that sent off to you right away. If you are pre-ordering, the pre-orders will not actually be packaged. That's for the like the hand-drawn journals. Those are on pre-order right now. Those won't actually be packaged until early November. So if you have one of those in your order will not be packed up until early November. But if you just want an empty journal, I can absolutely do your personalizations now. Both are available, just only one will actually get done on camera right here today, you know? May, we did this little rubber ducky theme. I guess not really rubber ducky, but just duckies and rain. June, we did this Hawaii theme. And for this whole journal, like every customer is different. So Ivy gave us a prompt for every month, but then had like no other specifications, you know, like her prompt was just Hawaii and we had to choose how we wanted to interpret that. Her prompt for July was just mermaid and we got to choose every other aspect of how do we want to lay that out, what colors do we want to use, what fonts, all of that. So we've had, even though all of the themes were chosen for us, we've had a lot of wiggle room in this journal to design it together here on live. August, she asked for a birthday theme and we found this really cute and simple birthday card on Pinterest that we turned into a bullet journal theme. And then yes, every month, so every customer chooses different pages. For Ivy, she chose a brain dump on the left side and then a title page here. The prompt this month was baby girl. She chose a 2-page calendar spread, and yes, we did these letters, which are inspired by the cookie letters that we did a few custom journals ago, and also supposed to look like one of those little, you know, like birthday banners with your names. Kristen, my lives are physical journals, but I do sell a digital customizable bullet journal for every year. 2026's has not launched yet, but that's my project next week while I'm away on holidays and can't be doing lives. I'm going to get the, did I use tape for the August title? Oh yes. Yeah. I put a strip of washi tape across and then, did the marker or the candles with marker and then peeled it off and then wrote August. Yes. October, she wanted a Halloween theme. And again, like super, you know, open-ended prompt. We could take it in like any direction we wanted. And we chose to do these cute little girly ghost portraits. Memories page. And the weekly spreads for October. And then yes, we're on to November now. We just finished title page, calendar, memories page, and now we're gonna do the weekly spreads. And let me remember, okay, so we just did February's weeklies. We've been rotating through 4 different layouts for our weekly spreads, which means we're onto our March layout. Let me take a sip of tea and then start with sectioning off the page. Thank you guys. These ones, it's always tough to give a flat price because it depends on a lot of factors, like how many months you order, if you're using a discount code, what currency you're using. You know, I'm from Canada. Most of my customers are not, so calculating currency is a factor. It is in the hundreds just because of how much time it takes. However, I do have a great option if that's not within price range, but you still want something completely hand-drawn. These are my pre-made journals, which are available for pre-order right now. 224 pages, so you actually get a lot more pages, 30 more pages than you would in one like this. This is just 192. 224 pages, and yeah, you just like color it in yourself so you can trace over the calligraphy. You can do the coloring. It's got all the same pages that Ivy has and more. And yeah, that's another option because I know that, first of all, I only do a few of these a year, so it's kind of hard to get. But also the price puts it out of range for many people, which is completely reasonable. Oh no. Somebody help. Block. Mute. Got him. I'm getting faster. Getting faster at dealing with those guys. The pre-made ones, so they are open for pre-order right now, and they are currently on sale. I think, what are they, like 40 some for Americans? Wait, is that another one? I thought I just blocked you. Block. Confirm. Oh no, it says this one's already muted, because if I click on it, it says unmute, and I definitely don't want to unmute. I want to triple mute. Block. Confirm. I blocked this one like 3 times. Okay. I think we got rid of them for now, hopefully. What was I just doing? Oh yeah, I wanted to count how many weeks we need. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and this one I'm going to include in December because only one day of November would actually be in there. So 4. So yes, the pre-made journals, they are on sale right now. Since it's a pre-order, you won't actually get them shipped out to you until November. So because of that, I lowered the price. And what am I trying to say here? Too many things while I'm trying to draw. Yep, that's all I have to say. USD is 45. Okay. Yes. I think, actually, maybe I'll use the gray because so many of our other ones, it's a warm gray, but so many of our other colors are super close to that brown, like the orange and yellow both almost look brown. So I think I'll stay away from brown for the boxes here. 3, 6, 8. Well, Josie, that's the price in Canadian currency. And oh yes, if you are interested in ordering, please use the discount code LIVESTREAM. That will get you a 10% off discount. Thank you so much for your order. Thank you, Mary. I know, my band always flips around, so you can't really get the full. But yes, I like it too. That was, my husband did the picking. And he did a lovely job. 3, 6, 8. A 10-year wait? Well, not quite that long, but I guess it's long. You're funny. No, it's not antique, but it gives that vibe, doesn't it? Hey, Riza. Been together for 13 years. Oh my goodness. How long were you engaged? Just taking a sip of my tea here. 2 years engaged. Okay. Wow, 13 years. So were you like itty bitty when you started dating? I know some people who like start dating when they're like 11, and then it makes sense because it's like no one wants to, or no one should get married when they're like 15, you know? But yes, I do have a bunch of different techniques to try to fix my mistakes because they do happen. Okay, started dating at 17. Wow, my husband and I think we were dating for a year and a half and then engaged for 3 months. And 1 month of that I was overseas with 0 contact. And then we've been married now for like 6 years. Oh, whoops. Got sucked into the crack here. Did you get engaged super quick, Sherry? Oh, nice, Angela. I didn't realize it was so similar. Ooh. Another 13 years. Okay, same as Jess. Oh, that makes sense, Jess. Yeah, I can understand that. After 8 months. Wow. Oh, nice. Okay, one of my aunties, I mean, it's not that crazy, but she was like met and married within 9 months of knowing him. And now they've been together for, I don't know, almost 30 years. At an elephant sanctuary? Oh my goodness. Did you have like a big wedding or was it like elopement? Like, that's crazy. Oh, you know what, Diana? That is a great question that I don't completely know. I'm new to Shopify and I'm using their default shipping. They give you like shipping profiles. So I turned on all of their default shipping profiles, but I didn't check for like individual countries. I think that I probably do ship to Portugal because I did choose the worldwide option, but I haven't gone through the list and searched for Portugal and I haven't had anyone from Portugal order. So I want to give you a yes, but it's not a confident yes. You would have to go check if you want to know for sure, for sure. Within 6 months. Oh, nice, Pretty Fulls. That makes sense for Elephant Sanctuary. That's fun. $52 years. Way to go, Shirley. So you got married pretty young then, hey? Because I think you were telling me you're 72 years old. I mean, I guess that's not crazy young. But on the young end. Yeah, thanks, Diana. Sorry I can't give you a more firm answer. But I would be very surprised if it didn't work. Felicia, most of my markers currently are Tombow markers that I get from either Journal Say or Stationery Pal. Okay, nice. No way, Cherry, or Sherry, I'm sorry if you're pronouncing it wrong. Engaged within a week of meeting? That's insane. No, that's nuts. Okay, how did you meet? Like, was it an organic meeting or was it like a setup, you know? Like not a setup, what's the right word? Most of my markers right now, Nicole, are Tombow markers. And I get all of my Tombow markers from either Stationery Pal or Journal Say. I do have them both linked in my bio. Yeah, like arranged marriage, blind date, yeah, something like that. I do have both of those stores linked in my bio. I don't have like my individual marker colors that I use all the time. Okay, so the first Monday here is the 2nd. I just want to confirm that with my last week in October that all adds up. Yes. Yay, Rainy. That's exciting. All right, so let's come in and do 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. Lisa, probably tomorrow evening we'll start. That is crazy, Cherry. That's so wholesome though. Like I feel like with your timeline, I expected you to say like, no, like, you know, my parents set us up or something like oh, I did that in the wrong color. I need to stop talking. Okay. I don't have anything important to say anyways. I just need to draw. 13, 14, 15. Is that on track? Yes. An extra brother or cousin. I love that. Oh no, Cherry, don't be sorry. This is my social life too, so I need the... I'm just forgetting how to count, that's all. $25, $26, $28, $29. I'm gonna do orange next so that it hides the one mistake that I made, so that I don't need to actually cover anything up. This one right here, just cover it up with orange, no problem. All right. I'm gonna stamp on the days of the week now. While I'm doing that, I would love for you guys to brainstorm what we do on the top here. Let me show you what we've done the other 2 times that we've used this weekly spread. So in July, we did this. We put our title across the middle, notes over here, calendar over here. Those are the 3 essential pieces that we need to just decide where we want to fit them and like what kinds of font we want to use, what kinds of doodles we want to use, that kind of stuff. So July, this is what we did. Title across the middle, notes on the left, calendar on the right. The first time that we used this weekly layout was in March. And for March, we did title all the way over to the side, calendar and doodles beside it, and then a whole section here for notes. Those are the two ways that we've done it so far. If you guys want to brainstorm, I'm not going to be able to look up and see your comments. So please don't just like spray out a bunch of ideas because I won't be able to catch up on them. But maybe if you guys have a few ideas that you kind of like, I don't know, agree on together. I don't know, does that work? Or I can just come up with them later. But if you guys want to like suggest a few options and then I'll turn them into a poll once I'm done. I know we will do a poll at some point. I just don't even know where to start with like the options for the poll. So if you guys want to come up with some options for the poll or something, that would be helpful. Monday. It could say Nov or November, whatever you guys think. Or whatever fits with the idea that we come up with. Yes, Reva, the journals, full customs like this, where I do all of your pages, like one of a kind. These ones are not for sale at the moment. I only do one at a time, and I'm not expecting that I'll be able to open another one in the near future. But I do have empty journals that are exactly the same as this, but you do the journaling yourself. And I also have, I've been calling them my pre-made journals, which is everything was hand-drawn by me, but on my iPad, so they can be like they're printed in bulk. But it is printed into a journal just like these ones, for you to use. The stamps, these are my handwriting. They are out of stock at the moment, but they will be returning. Contact Crafts is the company that kind of commissioned me, I guess, to make these for them. And so they are doing another production run right now, along with a bunch of new collections. So they will be returning, but I don't have an exact date for that. Yes, Liz, I don't know what's in this stamp pad. It's just the like demo stamp pad that I got from No Issue when I ordered some custom packaging years ago. And it has lasted me forever, and it's so good. Like, it doesn't smear at all. But I don't know where to find them because they're just like a tester that they sent for free when I ordered a custom stamp from them. No, Ashley, I don't have an ETA for that yet. I did see an email from them come in today right before my live, so I haven't read it yet, but I'm hoping that it has details. The chat agrees on a large note box. Okay. Thank you for that intel. Okay, let's come up with a few options then for a large notes box. And then we'll just do a poll. I'm not quite ready to start the poll yet, but that's what we'll do after I sip some tea. Sorry, Moon. Let me think. So for a journal, I am completely biased, but I do recommend my own journal that I sell in my shop. But really, anything that has super thick pages, you want 160 GSM, that's what we have right here. That is going to make the biggest difference in your journaling experience. And A5 size is the standard bullet journal size, which is what I use here. Okay, so we're thinking color changing calligraphy and big notes box. Okay. I think that kind of the two options that naturally leaves us with would be Nove in big, juicy lettering over here, and then maybe like notes and then a calendar with some doodles here. That would still leave 2 columns available for notes. I feel like you don't really need any more, but we could if we have that whole space available, you know? So that could be option 1, just like Nove in color changing calligraphy, notes box, calendar with some leaves, and we would add leaves here too. And then option 2 for color changing calligraphy is we could do stacked November like we did in March with color changing calligraphy, and then the calendar stamp here with leaves around it, and then a notes box over here. Based on what you guys are telling me, I feel like those are our 2 best options. Okay. Let's maybe just vote between those 2. Wait, what are you guys saying? Oh, iPad. Haha, that makes way more sense. I thought maybe I was just uncultured and tablet meant journal, but not as uncultured as I thought, I guess. I use an iPad Air, not really for any reason in particular. That's just what my husband got me, so it works well for me. I don't really have a strong recommendation. Otherwise, it's just the only other thing the only tablet I've ever tried. So option 1 is going to be Nove in like super big, juicy calligraphy, color changing with some leaves over here, notes box here, calendar and leaves over here. That's 1. 2 is going to be November stacked like that in color changing calligraphy, calendar with leaves. Well, basically just like March. Where's March? November, calendar with leaves, big notes box over to the side. That's option 2. So 1 is just Nove, and then 2 is this. Cast your votes in the poll. Sorry, you guys, the poll is up above, right underneath my name. That's where you can find the poll there. Sorry, I said that way too late. Lots of you guys missed it, but 2, oh my goodness, 2 wins by landslide. Are you serious? I love option 1. Do any of you guys remember February in, whose journal was that? Was that Summer's? Where we did those big juicy February across the top? Oh, that was my favorite, but that's okay. We're gonna do this. I'm just surprised that it was a landslide, that's all. I'm not surprised that option won. I'm just surprised it was a complete landslide. Bigger notes for Thanksgiving planning. Well, that's considerate, Lisa. No, we won't change it up. No, it wasn't strawberry. Oh, you're right. That was February. No, that was February in Janelle's journal was the strawberries. I think that the February I'm thinking of, it was the love letters theme, and I really think it was in Summer's journal. I have it on my Instagram, I think. Where's my, why did they move this? Where, profile, that's what I'm trying to find. Feb, I'm sure I would, this reel right here, but right there. How do you pause? Oh, you can't. But anyways, that's what I was picturing. I'm going to pause and show you. Since I'm here, I feel like I've fully, oh, come on now. Never mind. I don't know how to use Instagram. But no, we will absolutely do it this way. I'm not mad that this way won. I'm just shocked that it was a landslide. That's all. But let's do this way. November. Let me see. Yeah. Oh, Haley, yay. I'm glad it arrived. Okay, yeah, now that I got things figured out, I'm annoyed that I ever tried using Chit Chats because it was so much harder for me. Some of you guys still haven't gotten your journals. And now that I just went straight through Purolator, it works so much faster. Although that did mean making a whole website, so it wasn't completely seamless, but at least now I know not to bother with the third-party shipping platforms. That did come fast from little old Canada all the way to you. Yes, is Canada Post, they have quite the stamina for the strikes, so it could be a while, unfortunately. Whoops, going the wrong way. Oh yeah, you are in Canada. My bad, Haley. Teachers are on strike as well? Really? Oh, I hope not, Shirley. I've been hoping not for your sake specifically, because I know yours had a long way to go and Canada Post started striking shortly after. So I very unfortunately would not be surprised if yours is caught in the strike. Thank you for the order. Oh, thanks you guys. I know, Amber, this green is like my favorite marker. In my top 5 for sure. That's Tombow 228. I use it for everything. The upstrokes are the hardest part, Cherry. Did you jump straight into calligraphy with brush markers, or what kind of markers have you been using? Hey, Dylan. Welcome here. I think November is probably one of my favorite months to letter, especially stacked, because I hate connecting V's to anything. So with stacked calligraphy, I can just choose to avoid that. I will say, Cherry, brush markers are much, much more difficult to get the hang of for calligraphy, especially the upstrokes, compared to like using felt-based or felt-tipped markers, more like Crayolas. I find those much easier just because they're so much firmer. So if you're looking for kind of a, you know, a natural progression, I would recommend working with some of those on your upstrokes before brush markers. Hey Paige, welcome here. How are you doing today? Oh, what would you suggest to get started with calligraphy? As far as supplies, I would recommend the Crayola Super Tips pack of 100. As far as like approach goes, I would say like don't think of it like handwriting. Don't think of it like cursive writing or like writing at all. Think of it more like drawing and different like shapes and stuff, because you're not really trying to be, you know, like efficient like you are with writing. It's more about getting the different shapes down. Caitlin, I honestly should probably be going soon. We're having my parents over for supper today, so I gotta get up there and start cooking. The theme this month is just fall, is what Ivy prompted us with, and for the title page we chose a little fall cottage, but since then it's morphed into kind of fall elements that matched with our cottage. Oh, we should check for kit people. That's a great idea. I'm gonna sip my tea. I have 2 more journal kit orders that have not been filled yet because the people haven't been here at the same time as I've been available. Okay, just wait. They got bumped to my next page in orders. Okay. Did we pack one for Kelly with an I? Does anyone remember? I'm trying to remember if I spelled that name. I could go and check through all the boxes, but that would take too long for the sake of just right here, right now on live. Okay, so we just have a Nicole and then maybe Kelly with an I. I can't remember if I packed that one. That's so cute, Kiana. How many sisters do you have? Okay, but I'm guessing that this other Nicole isn't here. She messaged me on Instagram today. Four sisters. Any brothers? Wow. I mean, I had a family of 4 siblings growing up, but it's 2 boys, 2 girls. And I know a few all-girls families, and it's just like such a different dynamic. You know what? Let me just put a little pause on this to answer some of your guys' questions. Elizabeth. Wow. Okay. Big family. Yeah, no kidding. Big family. 1 of 9. So yeah, I'm 1 of 4, but my like big families is kind of the thing around here. Like my cousins all come from families of like 6, 7, 8, 9 kind of deal. Our family is like the small one with 4 kids, but okay. So Elizabeth, sorry. When you order, it is a touch confusing right now, I will say, because I just opened up the pre-orders for these. So because these pre-made journals are pre-orders, they're not actually going to be packed up until first week of November. So when that time comes, I'm going to be announcing in my Instagram story kind of day of, like today I'm going to be packing order 1119 up until 1124 or whatever. And I'll put that in my Instagram story. If one of those is your orders, try to be there if you want to be there for the personalization. But that's just for the pre-orders. If you're ordering a non-pre-ordered journal, one of my empty journals like this one here, that I will just pack up for you right here and now. Like if you say, oh, I placed an order and I'm here to personalize it, then we'll do your personalizations. So for those of you who are newer to this, let me show you some of the personalization options. I'll pull out Alicia's this time. So you can choose custom charms like this. You can choose a custom name page and then a cover design as well, which I haven't done on Alicia's yet. You can do like your name or the year and then some doodles. Ivy didn't choose any doodles, but generally people do. So yeah, if it's a non-pre-ordered item, I can pack it up for you right away, but the pre-order does make things a little bit confusing for when I'll pack it up. I started wrapping again. My apologies, that couldn't have been good. Yeah, seriously, Paige, you've got so many brothers. And then I did see another question. Melissa, this is an order. So this is a 12-month journal that we're putting together for Ivy, who is my current client, and we're getting very close to the end here. All right, it is just about 5 o'clock here. Is there anything else that I can show you guys in Ivy's journal or in the pre-made journals before I hop off? I will be back tomorrow evening. We will pack up those last 2 journal kits so that I can mail them out before we disappear for a week for Thanksgiving. We will also finish these weekly spreads and start December in Ivy's journal. Yes, we can do a quick flip through. I just found a knot in my hair and that's like my pet peeve, so I was quickly undoing it. So Jennifer, the difference is this one is a full custom. I'm doing every page like individually by hand, and these ones are just pre-made. So all of the drawings were done by hand, but on my iPad and then printed into hundreds of journals for you to use as your own. So it's not custom, you know, it's all, no. We just got rid of her. Him, it, bought. Okay, get rid of them. Okay. Wait, is that the same? See, I mute them and then all their comments disappear, but then they comment again? Get out of here. Yes, it would still wait, Liz, just because I got these journals sent to me in batches because it saves so much money to get them shipped more slowly versus quickly. So I don't have all of them here yet. That's why I'm just doing a pre-order. All right, let me show you this journal. Oh yeah, so that's all that makes it a pre-order. You know, like when an artist is like going to release an album, so you like pre-order it, but it's not actually out yet. It's the same thing. I designed the journals. I have samples here of all the different colors, all the different variations, whatever. So I've released the pre-order, but it's not actually here in my shop today. The blank ones have the bow on the side. Aw, Miss April, that's so sweet. Honestly, they're such fun gifts because you can personalize and like everyone needs a journal. I mean, needs is strong. From my perspective, everyone needs a journal, but I feel like everyone could benefit from a journal. February, we did a Valentine's dessert theme. Sophie, I use a variety of markers. Personally, these days I use a lot of Tombow markers, but they are expensive. The only reason I use mostly those is because I've been very fortunate to have them gifted to me. I personally always recommend the Crayola Super Tips because they're a lot more affordable. I love the color selection and you get so many. Like you can get the pack of 100. They're also much easier to use when you're just learning how to do like the hand lettering and even just coloring. Like coloring with a brush tip is more difficult to like get your pressure right. So if you're looking for recommendations, just straight up, I would recommend the Crayola Super Tips. But if you want to know what I actually use, I use the Tombos, and that's because that's what I have been given, not because I think they're better. Sorry, I'm just cruising through this, not really talking about it. Okay, yeah, Hawaii theme was the prompt for June. Cherokee, it is fully customized. So like Ivy chose all of the different pages that she wanted. So for every month, she wanted a 1-page brain dump, a title page, a 2-page calendar with a check-in box. This is different than, you know, every customer's page requests are different. A 2-page memory spread for like pasting in pictures and junk journaling elements and stuff. And then for the weekly spreads, she always wanted the days of the week, a notes box, and a calendar with the current week highlighted. And then she also chose all of the themes. So she gave us, she didn't choose them super specifically. Like some people will actually send me a picture and be like, this is exactly what I want for every single theme. Ivy was more of like, she gave us a 1 or 2 word prompt for every month. So for August, the prompt was birthday, and we came together here on live and did some brainstorming, went on Pinterest for inspiration, and chose how we wanted to represent birthday, you know? So it's as custom as you want to be. You can be super, super specific or more lax. September, the prompt was baby girl. I love this month. Anytime I get to do letters like this, I always just love how they turn out. Yeah, Stevie. The thing is, I feel like from my perspective as the person making the journal, I feel like it almost always turns out better if you're not specific. Or like specific as in giving a prompt, but like sending a picture, I feel like does more harm than good sometimes. October, we did these cute little ghosts in frames. Yes, the pre-made journal comes in 4 different colors. Yes, Lexi, all of these pages I made by hand, but these ones I don't have available right now. I only do one at a time, but I do have my like kind of bulk produced planner that I drew by hand, but digitally. And then it got printed into a planner, or I do have the open, just empty page journals. Okay, and then this is where we're at right now with November. We're gonna put a calendar and some doodles. We're gonna put a notes box over here. That's what we have left. Aw, thank you guys. You guys are very sweet. If you ever want your tires pumped, just go live on TikTok because everyone's so nice. Uh-oh, what happened? What happens if you mess up? I do mess up quite regularly, but I have a few different ways of covering things up and fixing mistakes. We've had to use multiple different strategies in this journal already. Fun time. These exact ones where I hand draw every page are not available right now, nor will they be in the near future. But I do have, now I shouldn't have put you up here yet. I do have, these ones have 224 pages that I drew by hand, but they are printed in bulk. So you can get one of these if you're interested to use as like a coloring book / bullet journal. I only have the one size at the moment, just A5. Alrighty. Thank you guys. See you, Jess. Melissa, that's hard to say. I kind of just open them up when I'm close to finishing one. However, I am close to finishing this one, but I don't plan to open one up right away just because I have been very fortunately overwhelmed with pre-orders for these journals. So I know that I'm going to regret it if I bite off more than I can chew. So, oh, you want me to go through it again? Okay, I can go through it one more time and then I'm going to go get to work on family supper. There we go. Flip you around. I know the pre-orders, like not everyone orders all of the customizations, but most pre-orders that I've seen come through have at least 2 out of the 3 customizations, and those do take me quite a bit of time. So I just wouldn't want to, you know, promise someone a custom journal ready for January and then not be able to complete that. See you, Cherry. Thanks for joining. Yeah, sorry, Cherokee. I don't do bigger sizes at the moment. Thanks, Melissa. Fun Time Mum. So you can't order a fully hand-drawn one. They're not available right now, but if you want these same type of journals but empty, you can order those through the link in my bio. These are the 4 different colors. You can choose your customizations, or you can order a pre-made journal. These are on pre-order, so they won't actually be sent out right away, but those are the ones that I was talking about that have the doodles drawn in there for you, but you color it in and use it as a coloring book style planner. Yes, so this one, if you go to RyleeAutumn.com or just click the link in my bio, you'll see the like pre-order the new hand-drawn bullet journals. That's these. And Jennifer, yes, the pre-made one starts in January. Let me show you. But it is current, or technically undated. So there's no dates written into the calendar, so you can choose Sunday or Monday start. You can use it for whichever year that you need, but it does go in order of January through to December. The last time I did journals, I didn't put the months on so that people could choose to use whatever theme for whatever month, but people didn't like putting their own months in, even though I wrote them out for them. That wasn't as popular, and it didn't look nearly as good because for me, the lettering is such a key part of, like, I basically designed the theme around the lettering. So if I can't do the lettering, I felt like my themes were just falling flat by leaving it empty. So that's why I decided to actually write in the months, but still have the flexibility of not actually dating it for a set calendar year. No problem, Jennifer. I don't do a very good job of answering questions when I'm actually like looking down and drawing, because obviously I'm looking down and I'm drawing. So when I'm actually looking up at the screen, I try to answer all your guys' questions as best I can. The mermaid month. Kat, yes, the pre-order was such a success yesterday. Thank you guys so much, everyone who ordered. And I mean, even if you didn't order, thank you for being here and supporting. But yes, it was amazingly successful so far. Yes, I'm glad too, obviously. September is one of my favorites. I just love the colors, love the lettering. So fun. Yes, Moonchild. Well, the full every page done completely by hand, these ones I do not have for sale right now. But if you want one of my pre-made journals or an empty journal, even in the empty journals, like I'll still give you a name page if you order it. Let me show you one of my recent name pages so that you can see what I mean. But yeah, you can still choose customizations like your charms, a cover design, which I haven't done yet, and then like a name page, but then the rest is open for you. That's an option, or the pre-made journals, where all the pages I drew by hand on my iPad and then had them printed into journals for you. Those are kind of the options. But yeah, I do sell these, but just, it's kind of crunch time for some of my other side projects. So once I finish this one, I need to take a little break from opening the custom ones to focus on those pre-orders. And then this is where we're at right now. We're gonna finish this tomorrow, start December tomorrow, and pack up those last 2 journal kits because I want to send them off before it's Canadian Thanksgiving coming up. And so we are going to be out of province for a full week, visiting my husband's family for Thanksgiving. So obviously I'm not going to bring along all of my inventory. So I won't be able to pack orders for a week, but this is where you order. RyleeAutumn.com for those of you who are asking. Right here at the top, pre-order my 2026 hand-drawn journal. Those are the 4 colors. You can go in there. I'm pretty proud of this. I am not a very good website builder, but how cool is this? Add a charm? Yes. Go ahead and choose them. Give me your specifics. Add a cover design? Yes. Choose your cover design. Give me your specifics here. I don't know. It looks pretty basic, but I'm really proud of it. But anyways, that is where you go if you are interested in placing an order. Oh, you're in Ottawa. Yes, hello neighbor. Alrighty. Perfect timing. Just finished my tea, finished the lives. Stevie, I don't think there's a way to edit the orders. There is a way for me on my end to like make a note with your order. So I've been trying to do that because I've had so many people message me, oh, I forgot to add this and this about my charms or about my shipping or whatever. So if you message me, I am trying to add notes to your orders, but it's been a little bit of slow going, getting through all the messages, but that's okay. We're going to make it work. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining. Like I said, I will be live tomorrow in the evening for my last live for quite a while. Like I said, we will be gone for a whole week. So I won't be back until not next week, but the following Monday. I might suddenly try to do a live while we're gone, but I'm really not expecting it. So yes, I will be back tomorrow. We're going to finish November, pack up 2 more journal kits that need to go out, and start December in Ivy's journal. And I will hopefully see you guys there. If you guys like to have updates about when I'm going live or when certain things are launching, like the stamps that you guys were asking about, Instagram stories is where I mostly hang out for that kind of stuff. So feel free to follow me there if you're interested. And I will see you guys to pack up some more journals tomorrow. And sorry, last thing, Fun Time Mum, if you do end up ordering, or anyone who orders, please use the discount code livestream. That will get you a discount as a thank you for being here and supporting me on my live. All right, thank you guys. Thank you, Brooklyn, for the rose and the likes. I will see you guys soon.